All right, everybody. This is set 3 of the MST Group 12. Hello, everybody. This is Cholera, of course, and this is Bisu versus Com. And Com must be feeling pretty good coming off of that win against what's his face? Gogo, where Gogo threw everything but the kitchen sink, which would have been Valkyrie's, against him, and Com managed to hold up and come up with a very sweet lurker drop in the main. On the other hand, he is going to have a very big challenge ahead of him if he wants to make it out of this group right now. It is none other than Kim Tae-young, Bisu, the Zerg killer, of course. And Bisu is going to be facing him on Carthage II. Now, if Com ever had a chance against Bisu, I would say it's actually right now. Bisu, I wouldn't say he's been slipping, but he hasn't been playing absolutely his top-notch style for the last few weeks, ever since certainly he lost against Fantasy in the OSL. He only played one Protoss versus Zerg, but he lost it against By Great of Samson Khan. And of course, he was defeated by Savior recently in admittedly in an exhibition match, the Protoss versus Zerg Race Wars. But he really comprehensively got beaten by Savior. Savior really just outplayed him. Went mass Mutalisks in the middle of the game on Tau Cross and just destroyed Bisu with a combination of mass Hydras and Mutas. And it was pretty close, but I gotta say, Savior looked like he was in control most of the game. And right now, Com, I think, has a decent shot against Bisu. Not saying he's a favorite by any means. No, Bisu is definitely the favorite here. And he is going to go for Forge Expand because that's what Bisu does. Because he doesn't have the testicles to go for a 2-gate. Sorry, I didn't just say that. Because he's too smart to go for a 2-gate is what I meant. Actually, I don't mean that either. Because obviously the smartest Protoss out there does go for 2-gate all the time. By that I mean Nalra. No, I don't mean Naura. You know who I mean. Reach. But anyway, Com. Sorry, just trying to keep these commentaries lively here as we're seeing a 12 hatch coming out for Com and a scout for Bisu, of course. Bisu scouting after Pylon. Not going to skimp on scouting time. Because, some Protoss players like to go for a Forge first, but I think it leaves them a little open to a 5-pool. Yeah, I mean, you scout with your Forge, with the the probe that makes the Forge, and you will not be there in time, really, to spot a 4-pool to deal with it. A 5-pool, rather, to deal with it on time. And, by the way, generally Zergs go 5-pool against Protoss, 4-pools against Terran. The reason is because after a 5-pool, you generally actually want to get your Overlord, and you usually want to expand, actually, because usually you're unable to kill off the Protoss entirely, at least on the pro level. We're going to see Bisu going for a Nexus first before Forge, taking the maximum economic route here, which is totally acceptable against a 12 hatch. Whereas, by the way, you want to go for, in general, actually he's going to go for a Gateway first. I could be completely wrong. Maybe playing against Reach a couple of days ago somehow gave him some chest hair or something, and he is going to go down for a 2-gate, but I doubt that. Nope, it's just a Forge, Gateway Forge. Yeah, that's also doable. And this map is a decent map for a Forge Fast Expand. All Bisu has to do is be careful to block off the passageway leading from his main to his natural, because that's pretty wide, and prevent a big Ling run by at any point in the game. It doesn't look like it'll be soon, though, of course, because there was a 12 hatch, but certainly mid-game mass Lings have been effective. In fact, Bisu was defeated by it, pretty much, by Savior in that epic MSL game they played on Neo Harmony. The beginning of the end was Savior doing that. And, oh, look at that! It looked like Bisu had actually put a pylon down there, but no, it looks like he's canceled it now, and he's stopping Com from getting his second expansion up. Com, of course, wanted to double expand, and he's going to be able to now. I don't think Bisu can stop it any longer. Yeah, his probe's too badly damaged. What's Com doing? Com, go back to work, man. Oh no, he's actually put down his third hatch at his natural. It's going to delay his expanding a little bit, actually. That's actually quite surprising. And he's actually bringing the drone back, so he's actually not going to expand twice. I can't believe that. Or maybe he's going to go for 4-hatch. That's the only alternative I see for him. Because, geez, it's not that good to go 3-hatch, mutas or whatever. I mean, yeah, 3-hatch Spire. I guess he could get that third base a little bit later when he gets his 4th and 5th hatcheries down, but it is going to put him a little bit behind in terms of his resources. It's going to put him significantly behind because while, you usually only have maybe 3 or 4 drones mining there by the time he's going to get his 4th or 5th hatch rate. Those 3 or 4 drones are the sole ones mining mineral patches there. Here he's going to have now he's going to have more drones at each of the patches in the main and natural, but that leads to a slower rate of mining overall. So that is going to be a relatively significant difference between the situations, and that's all due to Bisu delaying him. Bisu still keeping that probe alive, man. I gotta say, this has got to be irritating calm. I don't know if he's staying calm, haha, as Bisu continues to take the most economical path possible with just one cannon. And it does seem like calm is putting up a new hatchery now. Bisu spots it with his zealot, actually. He's not going to attack it. He's going to go and try to do some harassment, but it does look like calm is going to kill off that zealot. But Bisu is really not going to miss it that much, I think. And he still has that probe alive. God, that is really one of the longest surviving probes I've seen. And Bisu is a master of probe scouting, by the way. A master of one unit that people don't usually credit him for. He is the master of the probe scout. Hands down, basically. He manages to keep probe scouts like 33% longer inside of his opponent's bases for some reason. And it's still alive! When will you die? Oh my god, it dies finally. Oh man, it dies. Notice it's gonna die in like about 30 seconds before the Corsair is out scouting for him. So virtually no time has Bisu been without scouting inside of the Zerg's base, and that seems small, but it absolutely isn't. So right now we're gonna see the expansion, the 4th and 5th base going down for Calm. Calm is going for a standard build. It seems like 5-hatch build, and Bisu is gonna go for a fast Templar after his early Corsairs, and it could be possibly the Bisu build. That's right. If we see a lot of Corsairs, we could be seeing a Bisu build of sorts, but we could just be seeing a standard kind of speed lot high Templar build too. It all depends. If we do see a lot of Mulisks, we could see it also going into more Archons. And +1 attack there for Bisu upgrading. He's going to pick off 1 Overlord here. Don't know if he's going to get a second. He's not even going to try, it seems. He's going to just keep running. He knows the timing, of course. He spotted the Spire with his probe that was alive forever. Just now getting a second cannon. I mean, just notice how economical he plays. Bisu, of course, spends as much time practicing as he does combing his hair. Gotta give him credit for that. And certainly he is in a team full of elites. Really, the best in Terran and Protoss reside in SKT1. The best of the olds, at least. Best of the olds. 2 DTs out for Bisu. That is more DTs than we usually see in these post Bisu build days. But he's not going to do much for the very reason why the Bisu build isn't really that successful, because Zergs nowadays like to go Scourge first, and that stops the Corsairs from killing the Overlords. Which stops the Overlords from dying. And hence, well, we could be seeing something different here if Bisu manages to get those DTs in. Oh, Calm with a little miss micro there. Oh, and Calm, is he going to be able to kill off both of these DTs? No! Oh my god! Calm is in huge trouble. Does he even know about this? Oh my god. Oh, good, he knows. Oh man, otherwise he is not going to get any from Toskiro anytime soon if he loses like all the drones in his main. Oh, but he actually does have speed upgrade for Overlords, and that actually is another reason. Because Zerg are so ready for this build, they just get the speed upgrade for Overlords very early, and that stops them, stops the Protoss from really doing